I am the head of sustainability at Pro India, and I have a engineering degree with a master's in sustainable resource management from Ireland, from National University of Ireland, and I've been working with Pro India for more than a year. And we have been doing really exciting projects in the field of sustainability, creating circular economy, and also giving consultancy and advocacy for policy making in countries like Bangladesh and Liberia. And with me, we have our team, which is Minakshi Kothari. She heads the sorry, we still have a lot of people joining in, but we'll give you an introduction. With me is Minakshi Kothari. I would like her to introduce herself. Just want to check if Minakshi is there. Minakshi,
Hello. Hi, Shweta.
hi Minakshi. Minakshi, would you introduce yourself?
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Minakshi, and I have Masters in Environmental Science from HNB University, Uttarakhand. And I'm working with Pro India since from 9 months. And my designation is I'm handling as a EPR head in Pro India. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Minakshi. We also have Aman Gupta. He is the project manager. He handles projects related to cement factory mostly and also AFR. Um, I just want to check if Aman is there. Okay, then going ahead, I would like to introduce Mr. Vishwas Tendulkar. He's our senior advisor. So,
This is Vishwas Tendulkar. I'm with Pro India since last month. I have about 40 years of background in the industry, including audit, and I'm handling the CSR concerning activities and ESG in the Pro India. Thank you very much.
thank you, sir. And we have Mr. Amit Saha, the CEO and founder of Pro India. He has 35 plus years of experience in the industry. He was ex Coke as a chief sustainability officer. Hello, sir.
Hope you can hear me. Welcome everyone on the conference in the webinar. Thanks, Shweta, for having me in. Please continue.
Sure. So, yeah, I hope everyone can see my screen, and I hope everybody has filled in the form which is in the chat box. I would like to hear if anybody can't hear me, please write it in the chat box. So, yeah, starting with thank you all for joining in for our webinar slash also a launch of our ProTech system. It's basically we'll get onto the later stage what our ProTech system is there for to offer you. So, starting a brief introduction about Pro India. Pro India works basically in the sustainability sector and in various sustainability projects. So we believe in addressing the 17 SDGs. So most of our project would involve these targets where we are actually kind of implementing the sustainable development goals. And obviously, our main focus is usually taking the linear economy to a circular economy. where where we are actually trying to put plastic, the single use plastics or PET bottles to use into the circular economy, which we have already done and created t shirts as well. We've also trying to create not only in the plastic industry but also in various industries, be it the automobile sector or the textile sector as well. So, coming to also, we are also involved in creating informal economy where the our heroes, what we called as the rack picker or the waste pickers, who are not being given that dignity for what they're doing, because it's a very challenging work, yet also like there is a lot of risk involved, but they have been doing a great work keeping our country clean. And so we also work towards organizing that sector and also kind of give them that respect, that dignity of their job, what they're doing in the waste collection area. So this is kind of a value chain that we have been focusing on, and we have also created to some extent, be it starting from the recovery partner. We are involved and we are partnered with waste pickers and RWAs and waste management agencies, where they help us collecting the waste, and then also with the organized waste picking agency or legal or social compliant which are involved. So that has been always a target. And then there is a logistic, and we have our own system where the tracking is also there right from the pickup to the recyclers end as well, where the entire waste goes. All the photographs and documentations are being done and are kept in a cloud based system where our clients can view the entire process with utmost transparency right from the start of this entire value chain. And obviously, we have been working on creating some products out of the waste. We have actually created t-shirts out of PET bottles, and we have also worked to create boards out of which can be used as shuttering purpose or through furnitures. And there is obviously pyrolysis as well as paver block products, which we have always focused and always involved in the R&D as well. So this is the we always believe that sustainability is not a single goal. It's obviously an approach which is a collective approach with the help of various organizations, various institutes, be it FICCI, PhD Chambers of Commerce, CII, IPMA, or institutions like IIT, NIFT, Shri Ram Institute. So they all we have been closely working even with Terry to create a sustainable environment when it comes to creating or achieving sustainability targets in the country. So, as we are here today, where we all are concerned about how, because sustainability is a very booming topic these days, and everybody has been talking about how what can we do in the sustainability sector, because there are a lot of new regulations coming in, and all the organizations want to be prepared beforehand before getting into any legal issues. So, so if we talk about what the organizations are thinking, be it the environmental or social or ethical performance of sustainability is an essential factor for smart businesses today. more and more companies are like including the trading partners as well are under immense pressure to improve their transparency and also sustainability practices. And this includes the sustainability of their partners as well. So, this has been becoming very important these days, as we can see from the sources that have been trying to see how sustainability is becoming important. 91% of the companies are taking sustainability criteria into accounts in purchasing decisions as well. Like if a company is procuring some kind of material, they are also even considering whether that company we are purchasing from is compliant to the sustainability regulations or not. And then we can also see that around $36.4 billion of green and sustainability linked loans have been issued in the year of 2018, and $182 billion of green bonds have been issued. So you can just see how the market is growing towards sustainability. And also 85% of the consumer are more likely to buy from companies who are more conscious, who are more neutral when it comes to sustainability. And also proportion like of the last decade that the new supply chains are coming up with various sustainability regulations. So as we can see, like even India is approaching towards that sustainability, and all the companies are being more conscious when it comes to implementing something new or uh, evaluating their existing system. So, as per the SEBI, we know that top 1,000 listed companies are required to do the compliance this year, submit the ESG reporting. So it's a very big change in the sustainability sector, because previously there was a BRR report which used to be submitted, and now 1,000 listed companies have the mandatory to submit their report this year. So coming to BRSR, which is business responsibility and sustainability reporting, is a standard and consistent framework which has been kind of prepared in keeping in mind the dynamic global trends which are coming in the sustainability sector. It is evident that the Indian reporting scenario is kind of evolving in a rapid manner with the international norms and regulations. So, BRR is expected to be used as a single source of disclosing sustainability related information in India. So, it would also serve as a baseline document for various stakeholders, or especially investors, when a investor wants to invest in a company, and also to bring about a kind of a benchmark among the companies where they would want to achieve a certain target when it comes to sustainability reporting. So I would hand over now to Amit sir, and he'll be taking you through something very important in the ESG sector.
Thanks, Shweta. Thank you. So, Shweta, I can project from here, from wherever I am, hopefully.
Sure, sir.
Okay, so if you could take down your presentation, then I could. First of all, thank you very much for joining in. I can see Sanjay Chaudhary, my good old friend here. And then I also think I saw Rohit somewhere.
Yeah, hey, good afternoon, Amit. Hi.
Hi. And I'm sure there are others who have wanting to hide themselves behind the camera, not showing their faces. But, a lot of friends here. So thank you very much for joining in. We are definitely expecting a bigger turnout next. This was a little bit early and unplanned, but yet going forward, we are expecting. We are rolling it out in different cities. So I'm in Mumbai right now, and we are doing this in physical formats also in Mumbai, and this will happen in other cities as well. So thanks for joining in. The idea here is how to help industry transition into carbon neutral goals, sustainability goals which are higher than just quarter or week or year, to something which is more inclusive, more forward looking, more dynamic, but at the same time more stationary to the extent of long term expectations from the companies. So for that reason, some companies which are century old companies, those companies also have a very standard way of looking things 10 years from now, 20 years from now. And let me just say this while I'm beginning to make a presentation, that I was hearing some friends from Tata, and Sanjay Chaudhary happens to be from an ex-colleague from Tata as well. So they were making plans for 2200. What will Tata be in 2200? Okay, this is the kind of some companies do that, and I think that it must be like a unique North Star for several other organizations when they do this kind of an exercise. What will it be? What will be the face of Tata in 2200, 2300? Sorry, 2100. 70 years, 80 years from now, is what how they look at sustainability. And that time also they had hydrogen in their mix and all that. This was 4 or 5 years ago, when we met with some of the people in Cambridge sustainability program, and they were talking about it. So big organizations which they last for certain reasons. They last because they may have a very strong focus on quarter by quarter, but they also have another big eye on long-term growth of the organization, inclusive growth of the organization. And what is a better example than that? Because when they look at it, they started the concept of sustainable communities that has to grow along with the company. CSR came much later. The law came much later. Sustainability word came much later. So I'm just taking a leaf out of that in today's presentation. But also, very importantly, a lot of companies today have understood that they have to fall in line. So whether it's a common sense or it is compliance, both start with C, but the compliance sometimes is a bigger driver. In our country, specifically with certain sectors which are struggling and wanting to make immediate gains or results.
Okay, I think
next 3 months you have to comply to the BRSR if you are an Indian company and first 1,000 companies, and maybe it will spread to bigger ones. Then the second thing comes is the compliance, which are driven largely through the global warming. And my presentation will cover a little bit of how global warming is affecting individuals and companies like us, and but at the same time how that is becoming more and more a compliance requirement. So EU has given a diktat that as a continent they will like to be carbon neutral by 2040, or in some cases I think some countries have taken 2050, but several countries like Norway, Nordic countries have taken 2040 as a country carbon neutral guidance. Now when country takes a guidance, the company also has to fall in line. So if suppose an Apple is working in that country and has a footprint, they also have to take that compliance requirement to stay in the country, to work and operate in the country. So many companies who have to operate in Europe and are operating in Europe have this 2035 as kind of an internal deadline to become carbon neutral. So that their ripple effect, their footprint on the earth is no more than what the amount of carbon they are spitting out is the amount of carbon they are saving in, directly or indirectly. So it's becoming a big target. That neutrality or race to zero in a good sense is a good thing for several things, even in otherwise world. For example, we in Coca-Cola used to talk about water neutrality, or being water positive. So that is also a way of making sure that if you have used that much of water, you are also putting it back into the earth. Then second thing is waste neutrality. So plastic waste EPR norms had come, and now it is coming into other EPR, other domains. For example, tire, for example, textile. These are new things for the country, but it is also a compliance requirement in Europe, that if you are a tire producer, if you are a textile producer, if you are a yacht producer, and there are 150 other categories, that you have to be neutral, and your extended producer's responsibility has to be met, which means whatever you are spitting out as products, their impact on the environment has to be neutralized, directly or indirectly. So these are the compliance kind of requirements, and just a little bit of a presentation to concur with that. We wanted to show here. But before that, what is ESG? So ESG, I think for people on this group, I think you understand ESG already, but it is environmental, social, and governance aspects of your business that causes risk to your business. So basically, in a way, it is a risk mitigation exercise at a level of compliance. But beyond compliance, you can go anywhere. So the principles of ESG, and I think every big four people will talk about it, is to make sure that you are able to take care of your long-term risks and fall in line with the compliance. Now, why ESG? Again, this case is pretty clear from long-term perspective. Like Dow Jones, the companies which are listed in Dow Jones are the ones who follow Dow Jones Sustainability Index. So essentially, the companies which follow Dow Jones Sustainability Index obviously follow some of those practices recommended by sustainability in Dow Jones, and they generally outperform. The blue line is for those companies versus NYSE companies, which are all generic companies, but Dow Jones listed companies are those which are very closely doing work in the space of sustainability. So they generally outperform. How does some of the companies get benefit out of ESG is something which is here, and these are some very small examples at the level of protecting of the environment. The feeling and the survey is that it creates better impact in the for the environment and for the society, both ways. And not just that, it also provides top line growth in case of certain aspects where customer gets more aligned and they have more brand love to your brand because of your sustainability practices. And we have seen this in the time of pandemic, that companies that care, then the customers do care about those companies also. It is very popular in Europe that they are ready to pay almost 7 to 10% premium for your product if your product is sustainable. In India, this is catching up at this point in time. Obviously, the second thing is cost reductions. If you are able to lower your energy consumption, not only you reduce your carbon footprint, but also you are able to reduce your cost in general because you have lowered your energy consumption. So it makes absolute common sense that you should lower energy consumption, per use of product. Third is you have regulatory and legal interventions that you start falling in line. Fourth is productivity uplift, because most of people are now little, I would not say self-centered, but they are little away from the company. They are no longer have a very strong bonding with the company, especially post-pandemic, where the bonding in a nuclear family is much more stronger than the bonding with the company, especially with the layoffs, the current layoffs that you are seeing. And I think most employees do need a purpose rather than just a source of income, to see whether I am with a company which is trying to make a change, trying to create something better for the future. So it does give a motivation or an uplift. And at the end, the investments in ESG is something that a PE firm normally likes. A PE firm generally looks for their investee L2s and further on their clients to be the ones who are managing ESG well, managing regulatory space well, and even exceeding the same. So this is therefore the profiting of sustainability. The big examples here is carbon is equal to cost. Okay, we have seen it in companies that we work for. I'm sure everyone must have seen the same thing. And even environmental caring is also in a way a social goal, and it kind of saves you cost because your employee retention is better. And then the last one is risk mitigation, because every risk comes with cost. So if you have a risk of, let's say, disruption of water or disruption of your factory because of some of the social norms that you have not met, like inclusion of local communities in your programs, then automatically you are increasing the risk in the CSR space. So if you look at the world brands, loving brands, some of them some of them are like, for example, Singapore Airlines takes pride in calling itself the most awarded, most loved airline in the world, and for many years together. And this is what has been said, that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. This is from a Singapore airline, which is consistently good in their customer space. On the cost to carbon, these are some of the ideas for people who are independent or people who are working within your own organizations, that you are saving carbon, but you're also saving cost in energy, in packaging material, because packaging material carries carbon, but also carries cost straight away. For example, the plastic packaging. If you reduce the packaging weights, you are basically reducing cost and also reducing the carbon, the scope 3 carbon, which is coming with the suppliers packing those raw packages for you, whether it's preform or hard shell or whatever. And then logistics. Again, when you reduce logistics, and this has been a great last 2 years has been great from the work from anywhere culture and its acceptability. The travel had considerably gone down. I mean, it was not permitted, and that saved the company travel and the space to make employees sit. Saved companies enormous amount of cost, but also enormous amount of carbon. So from the employee retention purposes, if you think that, and this is a attrition rate of about a year ago, when the attrition rates of top consulting, top IT companies were extremely high. It continues to be high, but maybe not as much. But if you just compare Tata TCS versus Infosys and see that there is a 10% attrition difference, 10% difference in attrition rates, a person with a company with 1 lakh employees, just a random company with 1 lakh employees with 10 lakh CTC, but with 30% attrition versus with 20% attrition, the difference is 1,500 crores. The difference in getting rehiring and retraining a person for 6 months when the person starts becoming useful, I'm considering that to be 6 months, is 1,500 crores. You can take it to be 4 months and still you are looking at 1,000 crore. And 1,000 crore is not a small number. So some companies have exorbitant prices for the same product. For example, Patagonia has the same jacket, which could be almost 10 times the price of a decathlon, doing the same work, minus 27 degrees or whatever, it will take care of the same. And they say that we are very expensive. If you already have a jacket, don't buy from us. They actually say it on their website. But they also say that they are 100% recycled, and they are fair trade, and they make sure that everybody in the value chain has gained, and there's no child labor involved in their entire supply chain and everything else. So these are some of the examples of what is happening from brand side, from top line side, from bottom line side, from risk side. Everything you can see that there are beautiful examples to those companies who practice sustainability, and for a reason. So what is the fluffy carbon and sustainability work? So actually, if you look at it, boils down to these environmental, social, and governance aspects. And some of them may be a very long list, but I'm just giving you a very short one here. We're talking about climate change and how does it affect you. Materials and recycling, that is on the environmental side. There's some of the important pillars. There are 127 GRI pillars, but we are giving you only probably about 10 or 12. Social, it is about diversity, inclusion, health and safety, community impact, and integrating community into your company, educations and skills, providing it to the others, remuneration and pay equality. Governance, there is strategy, policy, supply chain, how to manage that, anti-corruption, and financial transparency. So a company which has to go in this space have to at least manage these in terms of your footprints. And there are multiple tools to manage it. So for example, ESG can be managed through a tool called GRI, Global Reporting Initiative, TCFD, SASB, GHG protocol, and then there are some good reads which are also included in this link. We can send you this so that you can have more detailed link understanding of the space in your own time. So how to make your company or your operation or your area of control sustainable. So the first possible step is to understand the risk. What are the risks and how do you find them? So find the risk and benchmark yourself against your peer companies. Those are the first few steps. And then in the potential, find the potential where you can convert risk into opportunity, whether it's a cost saving opportunity or risk mitigating opportunity. Find that and then build your business case and present it to your senior management. If you are not senior management, if you are already, then you can begin straight away. So we are doing the same for multiple companies listed here. And of course, we can do the same for you. So there are certain ways to respond to sustainability challenges. I will request Shweta if Shweta could take this and also a demo of official opening and demo of the product to you so that you can see the link and work with Shweta on the same. Shweta, will you take this forward?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So obviously, I hope you all can see my screen. So, as when it comes to sustainability, there are little bit of confusion and little few challenges which usually comes to our mind. Is basically first it becomes little difficult and overwhelming when it comes to navigating through different sustainability regulations, what is coming, and what is the new update. So that is very important that you find the right person or the right solution provider who can actually be updated or be can track all the regulations which are coming, which are being updated by various agencies in India. So that is something which becomes a little bit challenging because these are the new regulations which are coming in, and there are a lot of modifications which are usually happening. And the second would be there is obviously all the time there is very less clarity until you are into the entire ecosystem. And then again, it is very important you set the right kind of benchmarking from the same industry so that you can keep a target that we have to probably reach there. Then again, there is always difficulties in demonstrating your credentials in sustainability, that how you should present it or how you should actually be different from your own competitors. Then also again there is also it because it's a very vast sector to explore, because there is environment, then the social and as well as governance. So it is very important that how can you track all the progress, or even if you are implementing something new, it becomes very difficult to keep track of all these issues. So that is what where we are presenting you our own protect system, which is protect your environment. And also it's a tech based platform where you actually can use our platform to do your reporting as well as tracking down all the changes. So this is what we believe in, we want to achieve when it comes to ESG performance through our platform, is obviously identify which ESG parameters and opportunities are there for your organization, and also build kind of a ESG roadmap where you can help actually implementing it, as well as present it to your investors or stakeholders that what kind of work you're doing. And obviously streamlining a report or analysis which we want to do. And again, through our system, we there is a kind of engagement through the stakeholders where we involve them on understanding that what for them is priority when it comes to all the pillars and topics, and also how, and we can also track your progress through the GRI standards. So this is what we are free to give you consultation if you want to start your ESG journey. And this is a kind of a look how it is how the entire portal looks like. So before going into that, I would just say that how the entire process would go. So basically, you sign into our ProTech system, and then you enter your details, organization details, and then obviously select your industry or all the details which we want. And then we kind of select, we help from the ProTech side analyze and select 10 priority based topics, and also kind of help include your team members and your stakeholders as well into the portal, where they don't have access to the entire portal, but yet they are involved into the survey where they can prioritize which topic is more important to them, be it energy saving or be it like diversity, so they can rank them accordingly, and the aggregated ranking would come into, and we can prioritize that which topic is important to them. Then after that, you don't it the system will also help you send exact particular form to the exact department. You don't have to send the entire ESG format to them. It can be very overwhelming and they would maybe feel clueless about it. So if we can allocate maybe some part of the report questions can go to a particular department and the other part can go to the other department, so you have the access like that. And then once obviously we have option to aggregate all the data we collect. If you have, for example, several factories across India or abroad as well, so all the maybe the EHS head of each factories can put in their data, and the aggregated answers would come to our portal, and then the evaluation can happen. And once all the datas are into the portal, it's everything cloud based, so you don't have to worry about losing everything. So the Pro India team would analyze and also give suggestions or ideas how to implement something or improve on those particular sector. And then we will set a timeline where we can track the progress of those sectors, and then again after that timeline we can just update the entire report, and then we can generate a very good. Through this process also we will kind of set benchmarking industry wise. If you are from a textile industry, we would benchmark with the best performing and the in the international market, and we would benchmark from the Indian market as well. Similarly, if it's an automobile company, we would do similar kind of benchmarking with them as well. Yeah, so this is our team. We have a lot of team members who are working in various sectors and are working with the Pan India network as well. And this is our advisors who are always there and supporting Pro India in our journey. And yes, our major talents who comes and contributes to our progress of Pro India are our interns. We have interns from CIPET, we have interns from IIP, we have interns from NIFT. So there is a good mixture of people. There are people from Terry as well. So they are actively involved with us, and they are doing great work in the sector of sustainability. And these are details. If you want to get in touch, I'll also add in my details in the comment box in case you have to get in touch personally. Okay, thank you.
So, Shweta, would you like to also do a demo of the website?
Sure.
Yeah. So, but before that, just one thing I want to mention to the group here, and I think it's important for each of us to, as we are diving into sustainability, we have understood this space and the pain points of various clients / customers and potentials like you. So one thing that we've understood is that we don't know where to start from. Many of us do not know where to start from. So it starts from basically making sure that at least your top management or at least the working group which is going to work on sustainability is aware of what is sustainability and how do you begin with this journey of sustainability. Because as Shweta mentioned, it is something which is like something in the air. You have to catch it, distill it, and then you start working towards creating your own plans. So how to distill it for your organization happens through multiple ways. But most important way is, if you do not know what is important for you and how to begin the sustainability journey, you should ask your stakeholders. So the stakeholders are the ones who will tell you what is important. And the stakeholders could be customers, stakeholders could be community, stakeholders could be government officers, stakeholders could be any set of people who do not directly profit from you, but their voice does matter to you. So when you become a portal user, the first thing that you can do in our system is go to map all your possible stakeholders and then ask them the question as to what do you think are the things important to us from sustainability point of view. Obviously, if you are clueless, he will be totally clueless. तो उसको एक guidance देने के लिए what we do is we look at 127 GRI parameters, and then once you tell us a little bit about your company, whether it is textile, as Sweshweta mentioned, textile, for example. So we will compare you with, let's say, if suppose you are Trident or Wellspun or Vardhaman or Pashupati. Okay, so half of these companies are our clients already. So and we also have relationship with MNS and H&M and some of the intermediaries and organizations which are connected to textile, for example. So we will be able to give you a little bit of a insight as to, for industry of this type, which is textile, what is some of the relevant things which other companies have taken care of, not only nationally but internationally. So for example, the to 4.5 years of drinking water for you, so you can understand how important is water for textile industry. Then second thing in textile, which I think again very commonsensical, you must be knowing that textile is made in Bangladesh, Vietnam, India, and few other places. So and it is made for Marks and Spencer, H&M, and the big brands in the US and in the Europe. So why do they make it in these places? Because it is a whole lot cheaper to make it in these places. Also, वहाँ पर कोई देखने वाला नहीं है उनको कि वो क्या कर रहा है. Workers, they are working shoulder to shoulder under extreme heat with in a building which can collapse at any point in time, and there could be a fire which can kill maybe thousands of people. All of this has happened. Okay, so therefore the second thing which happens in textile is, are you in the fair wage space? Are you taking care of your workmen? And those are the certifications that you should not just gather the certifications, but also make sure that you are actually working towards those standards. So when we start benchmarking those companies for you, we then tell that, look, maybe these are the 10 out of the 127 things that you should look at, and ask the stakeholder to rank it for you as to what do they think that is important. So for example, a community stakeholder will say, भाई आप लोग बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हो, हम लोगों को भी थोड़ा पानी वानी दे दो, सारा पानी आप निकाल करके यूज कर रहे हो, हमारे लिए भी कुछ पंप लगाओ, आरओ सिस्टम लगाओ. So you can ask the question to communities as well as other stakeholders, even media. Even the media can be asked the same set of questions. So the thing is that all these stakeholders will then give you a chart which says that what is important to the company and what is important to the stakeholder. And then you will do a 2x2, and we will do a 2x2 with you and tell you that let's take only 3 of them, because the management has that much of what you call bandwidth to execute these 3 for the next 3 years. And let's take a path towards the same. Now, this is the first exercise. This is how we are different from other service providers or other people who can give you this kind of a help. Second is that we don't leave you in the lurch. We not only give you a target and say, okay, now from here you have to go to Mars. Okay, but we don't know how to go. No, we don't have the propulsion system. We don't have a rocket. No, you can take your boat or you can take your Ferrari, but probably it will not go to Mars. So we will help you in every step to get there. So basically, we will not just give you a location to get to or a benchmark. We will help the units and the industries to get onto that path by constantly supporting it at the unit level, executing those activities with you and with your teams. People who are at multiple locations, for example, companies like Coca-Cola, where I worked, so they will have water issues at every factory, water conservation, water recharge issues at every company, every location, every unit. So our system actually gives them the aggregation ability. So not just no that this is okay. Please give me a full data and full calculation of how much water you consume. Somebody may say, no, I have 40 factories and I cannot give you all of that. You please check with my team. So we have a kind of an ERP kind of a system where your people can give us that information on the cloud, and all of that can get aggregated for your top management to understand what is the sustainability report that you need to follow on a daily basis to sustainability report is basically a report at the end of the year telling the management and the external stakeholders, or even BRSR is similar, where you are in that journey. Where? So if you want to know where are you in that journey, sometimes your units take 6 months to generate that information or aggregate that information. Where are we at that journey? But in this way, you will know instantly, depending on your team members, how they are able to give you that information, that where you are at that journey. It's more like ERP. So you are able to immediately get that information from your stakeholders, and that distributed information can be aggregated at one place. These are some of the things which you will also see in Shweta's demo, and you will also see a link which there's a link to BRSR. So you can generate BRSR report, but also sometimes you are not able to do it by yourself. So we will be able to help you to generate the BRSR report, including the words, the text, whatever SEBI likes. Many of the companies are listed in this group call, but also we are servicing a lot of companies which are listed in the country. And last but not the least, is that there is a carbon calculator. Some of it is already on site, some of it is in the build stage, which is local, which is India centric. It will not have propane heating systems for US homes, but it will be more Indian as to what is your scope 1, scope 2, and scope 3 emissions, and how do you kind of put all of that together. Okay. So Shweta, can you just, if you could quickly show the website a little bit, and then we can take a few questions, and then we can close. You are muted, Shweta.
Sorry. Okay. So this is our website, and we can send you the link as well. And I know it's a journey which a lot of questions and a lot of clarity is required. You can obviously always book a free consultation through our website, and you can just give in your details, and we'll get in touch with you. So here and then we understand what is ESG and how sustainability is important to an organization these days. And the benefits, what you get is obviously you attract and retain investors, build brand reputation, trust, and transparency, better identify and obviously manage risks and capture opportunities, comply with regulatory requirements and industry standards. Good reporting data yields better strategy and impact. So it is obviously a win-win situation when you get into the ESG reporting format. Then obviously I've already discussed about what you're going to achieve through ESG with ProTechT, and obviously these are the key points which obviously comes hand in when you start your ESG journey. And obviously we are again available for free consultation through our website, and then you can also register through our these two links. This is if you are an existing client, you can directly log in from our website, and you if you are a new client and want to register yourself and start your ESG journey with Pro India, you can obviously click on this link and fill in your details, and then from our side we give you an access and you can get into the portal. I would also like to give you a hint of how the portal looks like. We have tried to simplify the entire collecting data system. So this is our dashboard, which obviously once you start doing your reporting, it will reflect your current situation. And as we know, there's a general disclosure form. There is all the data which needs to be entered by the organization. There is full description what exactly is required, and obviously you can again come back and update it. There is the e part, so you won't be able to see the questions now, because as I had already mentioned, that we will be giving out the question industry specific, what is important to that specific industry. So that will be from our side, and that's when you can see the questions. Is the same as for social and governance as well. And then obviously here you can add your team members and your stakeholders, where you can send specific question and specific form to these particular team members. For example, if Minakshi from our team handles HR, we can send her the only social form which she needs to fill. So she doesn't have to log into the portal. A form link would go to her, and she can just enter, and that those answers would be automatically updated. I can just give you a description. For example, if I need to add somebody from my team, I can add like Amit sir. I would just add him, and his number as well, and then designation, and I can select which survey I want to send to him. Because he is the CEO of our company, I would select all the forms which he can go through and put in his value answer here, and then submit. So because I have not entered the number, it's just showing invalid right now. But this is the entire, I just want to make you understand that this is how we can add people and the stakeholders into the portal and send specific survey questions to them, and the entire data will be collected into this portal. Then there is admin suggestion section, where three of the topic, if we'll evaluate from our team, we'll do the benchmarking, and accordingly we'll give suggestions to them and help them work towards it. Obviously all the files and answers can be exported to a file. And then coming to BRSR, we have an entire form of BRSR where you can complete the form and do your reporting as well. So this is the side from our customer side, and obviously we have our admin side, which we will be rolling from our side, and we'll be obviously with you throughout the journey. It would be very customized and specific to your organization. So it won't be a generic reporting system. It will be a lot of research and a lot of study will be involved when it comes to reporting for your organization.
Thanks, Shweta. Thank you very much. So at the end, I want to say before we take a few questions and comments, I do want to mention that first 5 companies that we will deal with the ESG implementation will be free. We will give ESG the entire end-to-end implementation, including our time, to you and your organization, will be totally free of cost to the company, so that we also get to understand how the portal behaves. At the same time, you also benefit from this implementation. This is something which will start from today, since the portal is opening from today. So we'll wait for those 5 companies who are interested, and Shweta is the lead. So any of you would like to reach out, Shweta is the person to talk to in terms of your organization's ESG journey, which will be totally free. No, it will be no costs attached to you, including login costs or cost of our time or consulting or anything else. It will be totally available to you. You have Shweta's number also here. And with that, I would request, if anyone has any quick comments, questions, or anything, please please feel free to open up your mic and speak about it. Anyone? Any questions, please? Okay. All right. So since there are no questions, I think we will call it close, Shweta. Okay. Thank you so very much. We thought that we'll keep it as brief as possible, so that you get the gist of it and get a starting point, and then you carry on from there. So thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to serving you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Bye.
you, everyone.
Thank you. We will touch with you with the further details if required. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, Prithvi. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.